Today, I'm gonna show you my Exodia Contagion build, which is actually gonna come with some live commentary. I got this build originally from a Kengineer video, but a bunch of the things in that video are a little outdated now. Oh yeah, that's the... forgot about this skin, it's really nice. So, Zephyr. Why am I picking Zephyr for this? Because Zephyr simply has a bunch of bonuses that apply to her while in air, and her passive adds 150% critical chance while airborne, which mixes really well with Exodia Contagion. Now, I subsumed Eclipse onto her, which isn't the strongest Eclipse, but since it applies to the weapon twice, consecutively, if I'm not mistaken, it should still be significant damage increase. What was my build? I don't think it was very optimal, but it was also made for being very tanky. Right, aerodynamic, aviator. I'm not sure how these stack again, but at least take 50% less damage in the air. Adaptation, yep. This is a tanky build. Flow, duration, speed. Vigorous swap is pretty important, because this one, for some reason, is multiplicative on Exodia Contagion projectiles. Since Exodia Contagion is a melee weapon, I guess this one was in here for more tankiness. It's a kind of old build, really, but... it should work regardless. Now, this is the Zaw. I'm gonna show off the parts that I'm using. This was a Zaw I just had before I messed with Contagion. But it turns out I just had a Zaw that happened to be decently appropriate, because it just had a high crit stats. Oh yeah, I also got a bunch of Archon Shards. This is more melee critical damage when energy is over 500 and energy is over 500. Now, the mods on this thing. You don't need a ribbon like this. Critical damage, critical chance. Status duration, you don't have to have something like this, but it is of course quite nice. Now, melee, Exodia Contagion over here, having a rank 1, rank 0 Exodia Contagion is perfectly fine, but you get multiplicative damage, I believe, if you shoot at things far away, which, at that point, the damage numbers are just gonna be funny. Oh yeah, and melee duplicate, but that's just to flex on the enemies and send them to double hell. As you see, I have guaranteed crits, double hit on each crit. So, I'm using mods that apply specifically to Contagion, which is why I'm using Spoiled Strike and Pressure Point. Usually I would consider this sort of thing completely unhinged, but since these are the bonuses that actually apply to Contagion over here, Condition Overload does not. I got these two. Fury, Galvanized Steel. Maybe I should be using True Steel. I mean, it's a conditional, right? This thing doesn't like conditionals. Critical chance. I mean, I actually like it being at around 100, and even if this conditional doesn't apply to the Contagion projectile, it does apply to regular attacks, which, as you can probably imagine, are still pretty good on this. Also, I'm pretty sure Contagion has viral AoE, so having viral and corrosive... Why do I have corrosive? Well, yeah, because I have a primed mod over here, and I wanted to use a primed mod for more damage. Toxin. What can I make with Toxin? I could make heat. I could make gas. But there isn't really any status chance here. And I think Corrosive has a damage multiplier of 1.5 against Grenier and Skuldra, who are usually the toughest enemies anyway. So, yeah. So these mods, this one applies, this one applies, this one applies, this one applies. This one, I'm not sure how it applies. But it does make the in-air attack animation faster. This one applies at least in part, and this one applies. You can no longer heavy attack in midair. That used to be a thing to increase your damage even more. That is not a thing anymore. Sadly, you can no longer get 200 billion fucking damage or whatever. But yeah, I also have this stupid thing, which is a moa I made ages ago. I made every type of moa and got all the mods. You don't need a moa, this is just for fun. Moas, however, come with aim glide duration and minus gravity. Airborne kills, decreased companion recovery time. Companion creates a field of cold that increases, well, airborne. This is just a gimmicky build. You don't really need something like this. Oh yeah, it also has this funny stuff, duplex spawn and contagious spawn, because we're funny like that. Also, when my companion kills an enemy afflicted with a status effect, considering it's using Verglass, which is basically just a souped-up regular Glaxion, and I have guaranteed status, I've got a multi-shot of basically 2, meaning that I have a 200% status chance on each hit, and it has viral and heat. This thing is pretty decent at frying, I think, even steel path enemies. And since this thing deals a lot of status effects, and has the contagion thingamajig, nearby enemies will also just be chain status applied murdered. But this isn't about my funny moa. It's also not really about my funny rifle. Yeah, we can go with this one, sure. Oh yeah, this one is the galvanized chamber, malignant force. We just got electricity gas because I'm pretty sure these scale on headshots. This one is funny because this weapon, when you shoot someone with it, makes lightning appear and it strikes enemies. The lightning strikes from this weapon, if you get a headshot with it, or a precision hit, they create lightning strikes that also count as precision hits, and if they get kills, they do trigger things like sharpshooter over here, which is really nice, or deadhead. Keeping up deadhead with this weapon is extremely easy. Is this an optimal build? Maybe not, but it's pretty decent, and it's good for energy upkeep. Otherwise you can like replace this with a different kind of headshot multiplier mod or whatever. Yeah, my legs, but this isn't about the legs. The legs, I mean, what am I gonna say about the legs? This is just ridiculous. I mean, come on, I've got this perfect, most perfect Riven ever. And, oh yeah, it has minus fire rate. Nada, it doesn't. This one freezes my fire rate at its default value, and I've got Fortifier, because what other kind of damage multiplier can I realistically need? And, yeah, 200%, 8,000, 10,000 damage, and then there's this abomination. I don't even... This is the... yeah, this is my Cespian, I'm not gonna say it. Okay, now, it is time to show off the Weapon of Doom. Maybe I'll just play a couple different missions against different factions in Steel Path and show off how well that thing works, if it works at all. I mean, maybe my build is complete bogus and it's bad. So, let's just, go to Sedna and play an Exterminate. Do we have Exterminate? Yeah, we have. There we go. If this effect was good, like... Now here's something I really do not like about the wing things. Like, this one actually does it, which I think is wonderful. This is the best wing ephemera ever. But the thing I have with wing ephemeras is they're always open most of the time. Okay, this is without any bonuses. This is just me smiting these guys. And they have got, like, I think 80% damage reduction, but, you know, it is what it is. Yep. So how do you Exodia Contagion? You just do a double jump, or a bullet jump into a double jump or something? Like, can I just regular bullet jump and shoot? Yes, I can. Can I regular jump and shoot? No. Can I double jump and shoot? Yes. Regular jump and shoot does not work, but double jump or bullet jump and shoot works. Right, so I can just use this to hit people, of course, which also deals a lot of damage, but that's not what this is about. So I just need to look at the minimap, where are enemies in general, and just sort of launch my weapon in their general direction. Now, you see these damage numbers, they are pretty nice. I don't need to worry at all about proccing that weapon switching damage buff thing, because when I aim glide, which I do to activate the melee flying attack, I use my gun. I have got my legs equipped over here. And then I melee, and it shoots. And equipping the melee for the shoot already counts as weapon switching, so that's that. And now, for great justice, I'm going to activate Eclipse and see how that affects my damage numbers. If these dudes didn't have armor, they'd probably be dying even harder. But, I mean, the damage numbers are pretty good regardless, right? Where's Eclipse anyway? Where is it? Did I get the right Eclipse? Yep. 3 million, very cool. Is this the most damage you can do in the game? Probably not, but it's one of the ways you can deal a huge amount of damage with the least amount of effort required to do so. It just works really well. Also, the direct hit really stings. It makes enemies sad. That's 2 million on a miss. Damage is a bit inconsistent, but then again, these guys have different amounts of armor, so who knows. I'm gonna try it against the Corpus next, and the Infested, just to get the raw numbers, because numbers are funny. Guess I can shoot an enemy with the legs, because, I mean, I showed it off, might as well use it, right? Die. You'd think they'd die in one hit, but nah. I mean, if I get a headshot, maybe. Or if I get my conditionals going. Ooh. Don't knock me around, you don't want that, trust me. Hitting me and launching me into the air is like the least thing you want to happen. Whoa. I mean, I guess these people aren't gonna be around long enough to learn that important lesson. Do not enable Zephyr to airstrike you. It's a bad idea. Okay, let's try the Lexicon on one. Yep. Yep. Also, in case you were wondering, the ribbons I'm using, I rolled them myself and I got them myself. There was no purchasing involved. Not like I could afford these kinds of ribbons anyway. I'm not a good trader, I'm not into trading. Still trying to sell a 300 plat Lado Vandal, but no one's buying it. And ribbon trading is just some sort of hell dimension. If possible, I would like to, like, find a servers where there's people who sell ribbons for you if you're absolutely against doing that. And then they sell it for as much as they can possibly manage. And then they give you the profit. Or, well, they give you the money, except they get a cut, because, I mean, you gotta pay them somehow. And because they get a cut, they are also incentivized to try and get as high as a sell price as possible, because, you know, if they're only gonna get like 10%, they would want to be, they would want it to be high. I mean, I'd even be fine selling them, giving them like 25% or something. I just want to get rid of some ribbons and. The question is that against terms of service? I do not know. And I'm too afraid to ask. It's not like such a service exists, as far as I know anyway. So that was Grenier at a high level. Let's visit the Sergeant. Because I'm gonna send that guy to Super Hell. Just for fun. I hope DE isn't going to remove the Sergeant.
Assassination contracts are not to be taken lightly.
Hi.
Eliminating this target will have a significant impact on enemy forces.
Now there was something about if you deal damage to a guy who has shields, the shield gating. The enemies do have some sort of shield gating where they get huge damage resistance to your damage if you don't get a headshot. If you get a headshot, you can just bypass their shield gating. However, this is not really a concern for me, because I mean, I got the Doom gun from hell. Well, not exactly from hell, but you know what I mean. Probably. Let me just try and hit someone in the face so I can get some energy in here. And I get Eclipse. Do I have this one? I should have this one, right? I have this one. Right, of course I have this one. I've got them all. Boink. Oh yeah! You're gonna regret saying those rude words that I didn't read. Yeah. Now where to? What does it say over there? Very, very helpful. Yeah, sure, Granum Void. Let's go. Are you stupid? You should have gotten your lens checked or something. Sure, why not? I haven't actually tried this before, so who knows? Might be fun. I don't have a Zorus. Sorry, Lobus. I can only hit these guys with the Contagion and explode them. Yeah, sorry Solaris, I cannot free you, but at least you can watch me blow these guys up real good. Isn't that fun? Look at them take a trillion billion damage, isn't that fun? I think that's fun. Then again, being stuck in this place seems kind of dreary. Why are the Corpus sending people in here anyway? Is this like ritual sacrifice? Was that it? What's the point? Who benefits from sending people here? Is this just like you're being banished to the pyramid dimension? I didn't really... It's been a while since I played the quest that's about this. How are my kills looking? I think my kill number's pretty good. Oh yeah, I can cast another Eclipse. Not that it's exactly necessary, but we do like high damage numbers. 4 million. Now I remember back when Acuity, for some reason, was multiplicative on some specific weapons. One of them was the Chakur. If you're familiar with the Chakur, you can probably imagine what having a multiplicative 300% crit bonus or whatever would do to the weapon. It's very, very special. And mighty and powerful. Maybe if I'd paid more attention I could have gotten 3, but... eh. It is what it is. Oh yeah, I can get a new coin. Let me get a new coin. Hey man, give me your coin. Dead. Oh, a sister of Parvos. I don't even know what kind of progenitor Zephyr is. Do I want a Zephyr? Zephyr of Parvos, right. Do I want a sister? I don't know, probably not. Unless she's got like, plinks. Which I could then sacrifice to improve my main plinks, which is just a gun I like a lot. Is it great? It's pretty good, but it's also not the best. It's just the plinks. The tenant plinks, and I like it. Get blown up. Oh, that was a sergeant, my bad. I was trying to hit the sister of Parvos. Or the potential sister of Parvos. Oh no. Ooh. Now what is this? Spyrex. Thanks, I'm good. Can't imagine if you're using this build, jumping all the time could be annoying, especially if you're like, I don't know, not using a mouse and keyboard. I'm super comfortable with my input. I couldn't jump as much as possible, but I don't know. I can't imagine that trying to do this sort of thing on a phone would be torture. But I think anything that involves touchscreen is a sort of terrible predicament that you should avoid. I should have been installing a SIM card into my phone for like a while now, but I just don't want to do it. Ah, yes, procrastination. Who doesn't love making a YouTube video showing off funny numbers? If you could just, do not do the things you don't want to do, right? What? I've got an unread message in my mail. Yeah, whatever, man. Why aren't you taking care of your kid or something? Oh yeah, I was talking about the wings. Did I say what I meant to say? I meant to say that, isn't it such a shame that the wings don't automatically open and fold? Like they open up when you aim glide or something, and when you double jump or bullet jump, and they fold most of the other time, like these kind of do? That would be nice, wouldn't it? Then they wouldn't be in the way all the time when you try to aim. Okay, so, killing infested. Sure, let's, Eris. Eris, exterminate. That's Hive. I don't like Hive. I don't like Rescue. Exterminate the Steel Path. Sure, let's go there. Visit them. EE could add, like, an even better path. Call it the bad path, the ouchie path that hurts you bad. Kind of long as a name, but it should work. And in that path, enemies start with level 9,999 on every mission. And you've got, like, almost every nightmare effect on every mission. Or actually get 3 nightmare effects on every mission. But the game doesn't tell you which ones. So every mission is practically a nightmare mission, just because, you know, those effects are fun, right? We like those. Stop doing that. I wanna... Yep. Was that a 56 million, or was it just 56,000?
I'm still detecting a lot of infestation.
Probably 56,000 or something. 56 million would have been too funny. Right. So besides enemies being at level cap and having some nightmare things, what else could we add to just be obnoxious? There's a bunch of those, okay, goodbye. There's a bunch of those, whatchamacallit, Temporal Archimedia and whatever, debuffs and challenges. We could, like, have those apply to all missions, and just have them change weekly which ones are cursing all of the start chart. So every player can suffer and have a different kind of suffering each week. And the nightmare effects are just sort of on top of that. Because people have gotten too cozy, too comfortable in this game. We should make a mode that just sort of punches you in the soft bits and just calls you a bitch. Some people are into that. I'm not, but for too long have I thought, wow, this game is really easy. Isn't this just am I just having a great time destroying these dudes with no effort at all, overkilling them by like 100 times, 100,000 times even? Yeah, sure, but I also vaguely remember 10 years ago or whatever, when I was new and just started playing the game. Oh, how things were different back then. Now, of course I could just unmod my weapons and equip a regular Scanner and Excalibur, but it wouldn't be the same thing. And I don't want to play Temporal Archimedia. I'd have to deal with, like, other players. If the entire start chart is just hell missions, I think the, like, pub etiquette would be different. I don't even know what it would be like.
The enemy
People just go there and go, ah, no, why am I here? This is suffering. Oh yeah, we can also add arbitration settings to every mission on the ouchie oof ouch owie path. That'd be good, right? We like arbitrations. And they're all permitted too, because of course they are. Yeah, I think the ouch oof owie path is coming together quite nicely, isn't it? Also, I'm kind of running out of factions to blow up. Do I need to kill, like, other kinds of factions to show off the efficiency of this build? I think... I mean, what else is there? There's a Guva, there's Daimos Infested, there's, Narmer, who else? There's the Corrupted, but, I mean... Okay, that was the video. I hope you enjoyed. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I'm quiet now. Sorry.